Hi students, welcome to my channel Thoughts of Physics.
Video series of moving charges and magnetism. In this class, I am going to explain Biot-Savart law. So, the Biot-Savart law is an experimental law which deals with the magnetic field at a point due to a current element. So, what is current element? Current element is the product of current I and length dl bar of very small segment of a current carrying wire. If you take a current carrying conductor, a small portion of that segment length is dl bar and current flowing through that is I. The product of I into dl bar gives the current element. Now the current element is represented by I into dl bar, where the current flowing through this conductor, dl bar is the length of that element, small portion of that conductor. Now the Biot-Savart law, by using the Biot-Savart law, we can find the magnetic field at a point due to the current element. Now, let us consider XY is the current carrying conductor. So, a small portion of this conductor is AB. The length of this portion is, let us say, DL. And the point P at which the magnetic field to be determined. At point P, due to this AB length element, the magnetic field is dB bar. And the R is the distance of the point P from the length element. I is the current passing through the conductor. And theta is the angle between the length element and the line joining the point with the center of the length element. Theta is the angle between the length element and the line joining the point with the center of the length element. So let us consider these assumptions. By these assumptions, let us take the Biot-Savart law. Now the magnetic field dB bar at a point due to the current element IDL bar. So this length of this element is dl. Now this is the current element that gives the current, the product of current and the length I into dl bar. Due to this current element I into dl bar, at point P the magnetic field is dB bar. So that magnetic field is directly proportional to the electric current. Now dB is directly proportional to the electric current and directly proportional to the length dl. That means the magnetic field at point P is directly proportional to the length of this element. As the length of the element increases, the magnetic field also increases. As current increases, the magnetic field at point P also increases. Next, directly proportional to the sine of the angle theta. Directly proportional to the sine of the angle theta. Now this is the theta. So it is directly proportional to the sine of the angle. That means it directly proportional to sine theta. dB directly proportional to sine theta and inversely proportional to the square of the distance. Distance is r and square of the distance is r square. Now inversely proportional to the square of the distance r square of the point from the current element. R is the distance of the point from the current element. Now, so now if you see all the relations, if dB is the magnetic field at point P due to the current element AB is the current element. Now the dB from this, what we have defined here, the statement dB is directly proportional to the current and directly proportional to the length of that element and directly proportional to the sine of the angle and inversely proportional to the square of the distance. All this we have given mathematically. Now if you write all the relations together, that is dB proportional to I dl sin theta, all are directly proportional. R square is inversely proportional. So I dl sin theta by r square. This is the relation that dB is the magnetic field due to the AB length element, that is a current element at point P. Now if you introduce a proportionality constant here, that is K, then dB is equal to K into ideal sin theta by r square, where K is equal to mu naught by 4 pi. It is constant. That value is given by 10 to the power minus 7. Now where mu naught is the permeability of free space or vacuum. The value of mu naught is 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7 Henry per meter. Mu naught is the permeability of the free space. Now, after substitution of the k, mu naught by 4 pi, in place of k, if you substitute mu naught by 4 pi, then the expression becomes dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi IDL sin theta by r square. Now for this expression, we have multiplied numerator and denominator by r. Then if you multiply r, in the numerator r, and r square already is there here, r square into r, that becomes r cube. Now if you write this expression in the vector form, the magnetic field is vector quantity. If you write in the vector form, dB bar is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I into dl bar cross r bar over r cube, because here it is sin theta. Now we can write it is, so dl, the magnitude of dl bar is dl, the magnitude of r bar is r. Now dl into r into sin theta, that is dl into r into sin theta can be written as dl bar cross r bar, because the electric current is scalar quantity, so that's why we take it as a scalar. Now in the vector product we have written dl bar cross r bar, that dl bar cross r bar is dl or sin theta. This dl or sin theta can be written as dl bar cross r bar. This is the vector form of the magnetic field at point P due to the length element AB. Due to the length element AB at point P, the magnetic field is given by mu naught by 4 pi IDL sin theta by r squared. In the vector form, it can be expressed like this. Now here in the vector product already we have discussed that the dB bar is perpendicular to both dl bar and r bar. Now the direction of this dB bar can be represented by using right hand thumb rule. So that is, the dB bar is perpendicular to dl bar and dB bar is perpendicular to r bar also. Now, so when theta is equal to 0, now here in this expression, if theta is equal to 0, sin 0 becomes 0, then the magnetic field dB becomes 0. When theta is equal to 0, the magnetic field dB is equal to 0. Theta is equal to 0 means, if you consider that theta is equal to 0 here, so theta, this is the angle theta. Theta means the angle between the length element and the line joining the point and the length element. If theta is equal to 0 means the point P, okay, which lies on the conductor, that means on the conductor if the point P present. So on the conductor if the point P present, at that point the magnetic field due to length element becomes 0. The magnetic field on a thin current carrying conductor itself is 0. On that magnetic field due to the length element itself, the magnetic field is 0. That is about Biot-Savart's law. Thank you.